Hey everybody, this is Mr. On Demand, man with the master plan to give you as much free TV as I can. Well, try to give free stuff. I'm this channel. I'm trying to go over all kinds of free tech that you can get that'll help you out. Stuff that'll help you save money monthly. Ways to get software in Windows, etc., etc. So we're going to be going over today a TV box. This is a full review on the gtmedia Convert X1. And it is an ATSC 3.0 tuner that is capable of DVRing recordings for you. You can get over-the-air channels. And I want to talk a little bit about who I think that this box is really marketed to. Now, if you're a person that's paying 20-something, 30-something dollars a month for maybe a premium, a really high-end Netflix account, or you're paying for a high-end Disney Plus account, or, any one of a number of accounts out there. You may not be, this may not be the market for you because you're in a higher market. You're going to be looking for more higher end devices, or maybe the devices you already have can do that. We're going to talk about a few options for people. I think this particular device, and let's go ahead and go over this device. This is the HDTV Converter X1. This is the device right here. I think this is a great device specifically targeted toward people with older TVs that don't have ATSC3 tuners. Maybe they only have 1080p TVs. Maybe they have a nice size TV and they're happy with their TV, but they really don't want to go spend that $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 on a new TV. This or more. So this would be a great option. This will actually add your smart capabilities with the Android TV OS, with a few limitations. We'll talk about those later in the video, give you a full context review. As you can see, the unit is just a little box, and it's got a USB port on it. You can actually add storage with that or install apps from that on the Android TV side, depending on what you're wanting to do. You can also record your shows from you can record multiple channels on this as well. So there's some really, really great features that you can do on ATSC3. You cannot watch ATSC3 without an internet connection, but you can actually watch the other ATSC channels if you have other ATSC channels in your area. Now, when I'm talking about the right customer for this box, everybody needs to think about their position and where they are as far as where they live, how many over-the-air channels you can get. If you don't get a lot of over-the-air channels, I'm going to be honest with you, like me, where I live, this box is not very useful. But that doesn't mean it can't be useful to a lot of you out there, to give you a bunch of channels that you don't have to pay monthly subscriptions for, and to give you the ability to record those programs so that you can watch them later. Very, very important features, I think. Let's go over why that's important. In this day and age, people are trying to save money every month on their monthly bills. If you've got multiple subscriptions to a lot of services out there, one of the ways you can save that money is by, using a device like this. I think devices like this are going to be extremely well marketed at people who are really trying to cut the cord. And when I mean by cut the cord, I mean not paying those exorbitant prices for Netflix, for Hulu, for Amazon Prime Video or for any number of Disney Plus or HBO subscriptions. You're going to be the person that's just maybe a casual TV watcher who, when they sit down, they want to have a good variety of things to pick something to watch. And you're not necessarily going to be extremely picky and be like, oh, I gotta have this show or I gotta have that show. This is going to be an extremely useful device for a lot of people who are just looking for something to give them a lot of good entertainment value on their TV with free options and free services, which there are a lot of out there. And toward the end of the video, I'm going to I'll actually show you this box with a variety of the free services that I have loaded on there. So if you're interested in maybe what services you might want to put on this box to give you a lot of free live TV and free on-demand content for movies and TV shows, you'll get to see some of that at the end of this show, all legitimate and free. So let's go ahead and take a look at this box though in general, and let me tell you why I feel that I think it's a really good buy at this price point. Because if you have to buy a ATSC tuner by itself to hook to your TV, well, that's already kind of pricey. So if you are looking to do that, to upgrade your TV to get some over-the-air channels, this is a great option for you to do, because it upgrades the smart section of your TV. Now, if you're like me in my bedroom, I have a 1080p older TV. It's got a great picture. I'm very happy with it. But guess what? It doesn't have an ATSC 3 tuner. And guess what? It's not smart. No smart capabilities at all. So there you go. This would be a great option for me in my bedroom, for me to be able to use for that feature. For me in my living room, though, I got a 4K TV that's a smart TV, and it's got all the up-to-date stuff, so I really wouldn't need this in there. But as we all have multiple TVs throughout our house, there might be certain rooms or certain places that this will fit in for you in that situation. That's what this box is going to be marketed for, in my opinion, for those type of customers, not for customers who already have a $1,000 TV that's already got the most up-to-date features. But let's talk about that for a minute. If you have an up-to-date TV and it does have up-to-date smart features, this box would be a great addition with the tuner to be able to do DVR recording and to maybe sideload some apps that you can't load onto your other device. So it could be useful for people in that situation as well. Let me give you a good example. Let's just say you have a 75-inch or 85-inch or whatever. You got a nice TV, $1,000, 4K. It's a Roku. The Roku is not going to let you load a lot of the things that you can put onto Android. Now, this box being Android, you'll have that Android world, and you'll also have your Roku world on your big TV. Now, then the people bashing this box for the reasons that, oh, well, it won't do, true 4K for Netflix, or maybe you're using a hacked version of Netflix to run on it, or a hacked version of this app. Well, you can say, okay, well, you don't have to run those apps on this. You can run them on your TV's OS, and you'll have the full proper versions of those apps. And then you can run all the other apps that you might want to sideload, or maybe apps you can't run at all on the Roku on this box. So that's a good option for you to get this box as well. So there's a couple of reasons you could put a box like this in your home on your TV, whether you have a really expensive TV and you do pay for those subscriptions, or you're just trying to save money and you just want to get the best for free that you can get without paying any subscriptions at all, or maybe somewhere in the middle. That depends on you. I can't make that judgment for you. That's something you have to decide for yourself. Well, let's go ahead and jump into getting started on this, looking at this box, because the box really is pretty feature packed. As you can see, with the ATSC3 and the ATSC1 tuners that have the DRM capability, you have the Widevine support DRM L1, and you've got the built-in Bluetooth as well. So if you wanted to Bluetooth other audio to it, you can. You can also have Wi-Fi 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. This doesn't have a 6G connection. Don't think 6G is really going to be that big of a deal for a box like this. But in a future, maybe a future update, 6G would be a nice upgrade. That's not really too big of a downside for most people, as most people will be using this to stream 720p to 1080p content anyway. You can get 4K content though terrifically over the ATSC 3 uh, tuner on this box. So that being said, as you can see, 4K right on the box, ATSC 3 right there. So it's got some great capabilities. I really have to say, uh, you know, I'm not going to bash this box a whole lot. The box is a very good box at its price point. You got to understand the customer base that this box is marketed to. HDTV player, Google Play, YouTube Prime Video, Disney, Netflix, Miracast. You have these apps all built into their store. They don't come from the official Google Play Store, but the Prime Video, the Disney Plus, and Netflix all work. Okay, so they do work. Media, I can't tell you if you can get 4K from Netflix because I honestly don't have the premium Netflix account that does 4K, so I really couldn't test that to give you full disclosure, 100%. So somebody else may be able to clear that up in the comments section, or they may be able to let you know in a different video from somebody else on that. Sorry about that, but the Miracast works well. Media Center, I think, is a very clean media center. And let me go over another reason why the a box like this is very, very good compared to, let's just say, an ONN Google TV box, or let's say a Fire TV device. There's no ads on this. You're not getting glorified advertisements right on the main screen every time you start this thing up, trying to tell you what to do. So that is an unbelievably great thing that this box has going for it, is the ability to not show you a bunch of advertisements. I think that's downplayed. I don't think that's really talked about much by a lot of the reviewers out there, but the OS on this being a very clean OS for TV, I think it's a really, really nice OS. And I think that a lot of people would be very, very happy with that OS. Hey everybody, so let's go ahead and move on to seeing what this box can do. Now, what it's going to look like on your TV. Now, what we got right here is we got the GT Media main startup screen. This is what starts up when you first get the box for you to be able to do whatever you want to do with the box. Now, you can go down and look at the manuals here to go ahead and take a look. This is another device here, the HDTV Mate. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit OK here, and we're going to go over to the exit, and we're going to exit, and we're going to get into the main thing. Now it's going to start tuning a channel here. We got some Spanish stuff. So if I go ahead and exit, it's going to go back to this is the Android OS screen right here that we've got. So if you go to your HDTV player, now while you're using this, you can't do anything else. So this is why I said that this might be a good option for people if they're wanting a device that that's going to give them a device that they can record while they do it, while they watch other streaming stuff, maybe on their smart TV as well. So, having a one-size-fits-all device isn't always what works in today's market. Sometimes you got to use a couple of devices to do everything you want to do, especially in the streaming world where we got a lot of options out there. You really got to look into everything and decide for yourself what it is that you want to watch and what devices you need that can accomplish what you want to do. Now you're going to see here that we've got some channels that come from the tuner, and I don't get very many channels. So you can go down here and channel scan, go to settings, go to DVR. Pretty straightforward. If you want to scan for channels, you're going to scan. If you want to look at your DVR programs, you're going to go to DVR, and you're going to be able to record multiple ATSC3 stuff from this as well. Broadcast app, if you go there, the broadcast app is not supported because KCOI is not an ATSC3 channel. So that just gives you an idea what you got going on there. This is a very sleek, easy to use thing. Now if you want to bring up a full guide on the channel, you can go ahead and click the EPG your button, and you're going to get a you will get a guide that'll show up. Now the guide, you only get a few hours of guide data, but hey, you're getting all of this for free. So, there you go. You can see the full listing of channels. I don't get very many channels where I live, so this is not a good test for me. This is not a good option for me. But for you guys out there who live in a market where maybe you get 20, 30, 40 channels over the air, because I know some markets do. I had to set one up for my mother who lived out of town in another place where there was a lot more channels available. So, these features can be very nice. Let's go ahead and exit out of this. Now, that's pretty much the TV tuner. I mean, really, 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 there's not much to go over when it comes to the TV tuner. The TV tuner is pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. Everybody's used a TV tuner, change channels, DVR, record your stuff, go back and watch it. If you need more storage on this device, it comes with 32 gig, the one I got. You can go ahead and get more storage. You can plug a USB drive in, put a terabyte drive on it, whatever you need to put on there to record your programs. Now, let's talk about the Android side of it, because I want you to notice this sleek interface, right? This is really simple and to the point. There's no extra anything. There's no ads. There's no commercials. There's not a live video running at the top of your screen trying to tell you to watch a certain type of show. There's not a commercial telling you to buy a certain service right off the bat. There was nothing during the initial setup telling me, hey, get this service, get that service. No, right off the bat, it just took me right into here, and I was able to just do whatever I wanted. Some of the nice features of this is also the app installer. So if you want to install apps on this device, you can easily go to the app installer, and if you've got apps saved on a flash drive, you're going to absolutely be able to select the flash drive here and install those apps. I'll give you a good example. What I'll do is I'll plug a flash drive into this device right now, and you'll get to see how that works. So I just plugged a flash drive in. I recorded the flash. I put some apps on the flash drive, and so we're going to go to the app installer. Let's go back. I just plugged the flash drive in. There we go. USB drive, right? Select the USB drive. Scanning. There's all the apps that I can install. So there's Smarters Pro for those of you who want to run a aftermarket TV service. I don't condone piracy. Straight up front, you guys. Whatever you do is on you, not me. There are places, app stores here like AppLink, Aptoid, APK Time, and obviously Kodi. There's a lot of options you can load onto this box to give you all kinds of content. We're going to exit out of here though. That was just an example. I could just install the app straight from there, quick and easy, right from a USB drive. That's one of the ways I recommend installing apps on most of these devices. It's really nice to see that this has an app called App Installer. You plug your USB drive in, quickly install the apps. You don't have to worry about a whole bunch of garbage going through, loading an app, then having to put codes in, etc., etc. You can just plug your drive in with the apps on it and just install the apps you want to install, as long as you've got your apps backed up. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the other things. This has the GT store. Now, if you go to the GT store, right away, what you're going to see is you've got Disney Plus, you got, obviously Kodi there, you got Netflix, you got Bell TV, STB emulator. That's something that's used to emulate an STB box so that you can watch a TV that goes on services that go on those type of boxes. And you got Prime Video in here. So you can see that there are some apps in their store available. Now, I did testing. I used the tuner for a week. I played a lot of TV channels, recorded a bunch of stuff onto an external drive. Uh, Things played back fine. Everything worked fine with that. So I wouldn't have a problem recommending somebody use this on a regular basis to record their favorite programs, their favorite shows, and go back and watch them, as long as you can get those channels over the air. Absolutely great option. There's not a lot else you need to know about this box. So you've also got the Google Play Store. The Google Play Store is a terrific Play Store. You can go in there and install all kinds of stuff from the Google Play Store. For instance, I installed Plex, and Plex worked fine for me. It actually is hooked to my Plex right now, and if I open it up, it's going to go to Mr. On Demand's Plex right here. And I played 4K content without a problem. This played 4K content, no problem at all. As you can see, there's some of the movies I've got in my Plex, and lots and lots of sections in here. So just depends on what kind of content you want for your Plex. And Plex is a whole different, you know, conversation. But I just wanted to mention that I didn't have any problems with Plex. I played 4K Ultra HD content. It played fine through my Plex. I do have a Plex Pass. Kind of need a Plex Pass. That's really useful to not have any issues with the Plex app, and having Plex work really well. That being said, a couple of the other free apps out there, Tubi, I would recommend getting if you want some free on-demand content. Also, you can also install the new DirecTV free app. This is great. Lots of free live TV and on-demand content. Terrific there, all legitimate. You can also get a bunch of free content from Plex. So even if you don't have a Plex, go ahead and get the free Plex app and try them out. There's lots of free live TV and on-demand content from them as well as Pluto TV, which I have in here somewhere. Blockada is useful if you want to block ads, but I didn't notice that I had to really block any ads unless you put an app on here that has a lot of weird ads on your box. Then you don't have to worry about that too much. But that's a good ad blocker. The free version, if not Blockada 5, they've got newer versions, but those aren't really available for free. But Blockada is a great option for blocking the ads. And I mean, different people will have different opinions on different apps that you can get to do different things, and that's fine as long as you're able to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish at the end of the day. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just giving you guys a few options. I'm showing you that I did try this out. I did play stuff from a variety of apps. So Pluto TV, YouTube, I played Plex, I played Tubi. I tried out Cody. I tried out, plenty of things on here. And it honestly played and did everything I threw at it. Now let's go over the caveats and the downside to this box. If I had a caveat, I would say the next version you guys need to put a Bluetooth remote control. The remote control is not bad. It's a pretty nice remote control. It's not really, really bad like some of the boxes I've seen, but it's also not a terrifically great remote control. But I would say that a Bluetooth one would be maybe a added bonus, in my opinion. That being said, it does get the job done as long as you're able to point it at the box. Let's go ahead and go over some other caveats about this box. The processor. 905Y4 processor. It's not the fastest processor in the world, but it's also not the slowest in the world, and it does get the job done. At the end of the day, this is a box that will run smooth and run well. It's not going to be like super lightning fast, and it's not going to do everything like super, super quick compared to boxes with a little faster processor in them. But also, you got to look at the price point and what this is marketed at. This is not just a regular Android box. This box is a ATSC3 certified tuner, DVR recording box, and an Android OS box all in one, which saves you having to get a tuner and an Android box separately. really nice when you're not wanting to clutter up your TV with multiple things plugged into the HDMI ports at the end of the day. You may have a game console or two that you want to be able to use on that TV. So you don't want more boxes that are just for streaming TV plugged into your TV. And again, this all comes down to you, the end user. What's best for you? You have to decide that. I'm just trying to give you my best opinion on this box. I'm going to be honest, I thought it got bashed a little more than it should have in some reviews out there. Some reviews were okay. I don't think a lot of the reviews were as thorough as I would have liked either, because there have been, since my unboxing, I have seen several reviews of the box, and a big shout out to everybody that has this box. I hope they enjoy it and have fun with it, like I did, because I really did enjoy using it for a week. And that being said, it's the only ATSC3 Android box I've got. So it's probably going to find a permanent home in my living room for now with a antenna, because for the small amount of live channels I can get over the air, it's going to give me some, nice ability to DVR those, where I can't really do that with my TV too much. So it'll be nice, because it won't matter that it just sits there and doesn't. When you DVR, you can't do anything else. It needs to be sitting there with the ATSC, the tuner guide program from them, from gtmedia open and running. You can't turn it off, or else it stops the timers, stops your schedules, and all of that. So to be aware of that downside. But I think that's going to be a downside with just about any of these devices, because, I mean, ATSC 3 has limitations. And they're doing that on purpose because they want you to spend more money on subscription services and, things like Netflix and etc. I'm just trying to help you find options so you don't have to do that, and maybe save yourself some money every month, because those subscriptions add up in a hurry, really, really fast. So, yeah, this is Mr. On Demand. If there's anything I left out of this video that I didn't cover, please leave a comment down below so I know. I would like to know what I left out. And then what I can do is I can try to put out an updated video on this maybe in another week. What I want to do is I want to do a supercharging video for this box. So stay tuned if you are interested in this box. If this is a box you like, you're going to get a video where I'm going to go over some different launchers and some different things you can do to the box to maybe open the box up a little bit more, and also give you the ability to maybe, speed up the performance just a tad. That being said, also, if you want to know more details about things you can do with this box on the side loading end of apps and everything, you can go ahead and join my Telegram group, where that we do have some help there in that area and that side of things as well. You guys have a great night. I'm out of here, and as always, stick with me, get it for free. You guys have a good one. Bye.